What up, everybody? Welcome to another banger of an episode. I'm Swaggy, and as always, this is the magical, the special, the spectacular Magic Mike. And we are continuing our NFL preview with
AFC West.
So Mike's going to break down just kind of the teams in this division, and we're going to kind of rank them where we think they're going to finish off in the season for a playoff picture, not overall finish. So without further ado, take it away.
Starting with the Denver Broncos.
All right.
Now, full bias, I'm a Denver Broncos fan.
Okay.
Right?
They got Keenum. They got a quarterback. They finally got a quarterback.
They did. On a side note, I believe the best two teams, or the two teams at the best draft, were the Broncos and the Giants, right?
Okay.
Denver Broncos, one of their issues they had last year was no quarterback play, right?
Right.
You got Keenum, who's a massive upgrade.
Right.
What's another thing? They had inconsistency in running back. You
Right.
go out, and I'm an Oregon Ducks fan, you go out and draft a proven running back who's going to be a stud,
Right.
Freeman, right?
Right.
You traded for another right tackle. You upgraded your offensive line. You had some issues there. Boom, got him.
Mm-hmm.
You arguably got the best value pick by drafting Chubbs with the 5th overall pick.
Right.
Dude is an absolute stud.
Mm-hmm.
You're pairing him up with Von Miller. Fantastic team. The defense is already crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for releasing Paxton Lynch, because my boy Kelly, gotta rep that name, love it, is a second string quarterback, and he's going to be a stud, and I believe he'll be Denver's quarterback of the future. The dude can flat out ball, right?
So already super packed defense, got even better,
Crazy.
Added to their line, finally have a quarterback.
Crazy.
They had the receivers ready to go.
Yep.
They just had no one to throw them the ball. So now you just plug in a quarterback, and you got Demaryius Thomas and Sanders just been resting up for 2 years.
And you drafted the replacements already to groom them. You got Sutton, who's an absolute steal. This guy's a receiver out of SMU. You got a Penn State receiver who's a stud. I mean, you got versatility. You got Lindsey, who's a free agent, amazing player. They drafted a linebacker out of Iowa who's a ball hawk, a little undersized, but guess what? I love those guys. They play with chips on their shoulders.
And they still have Booker.
And I don't like Booker.
I like Booker. I
like
think
Booker.
he's all right. I think he needs
I'm so
more
happy
shine.
Freeman's starting. Anyways, Kansas City. You got a new
All
quarterback,
right.
right?
Yeah.
This dude can throw long balls. You got Tyreek Hill, who is definitely the fastest player in the league right now.
Okay.
You went out and you got a legit number one receiver.
And he's not just fast.
He's athletic.
He's like, he's versatile too.
Yeah.
Like he can do other. It's not that he's not just speed. It's not that he's just like, just a speed demon. He can throw the ball. He can, he's a big guy. Yeah.
He's a smaller guy.
But I mean, like he'll run the ball.
Yeah. He can take the rock.
You're right.
Sammy Watkins is a huge upgrade. Right. So you got Watkins, Kels, Hunt, and Hill with a quarterback that has a deep ball. And I like Mahomes, and I think that's great.
Yeah.
Now
you really like Mahomes.
I like him in the sense
he got him in our fantasy draft.
I think he's a low-key sleeper.
Okay.
Now, I think every single year there's one quarterback that just no way. There's one quarterback. I went to high school for this trip. There's one rookie quarterback. There's just
here first. Anyway, keep going.
And I mean, they lose Marcus Peters, which is a huge loss, but they replace him with Kendall Fuller, who came from the Redskins for that trade that sent Alex Smith over there.
Okay.
And I think that's a good replacement. Once again, Andy Reid coached team. You got to be, it's going to be good.
They're going to be solid.
I think they'll have a top 5 offense for sure. For sure.
Super versatile.
And the fact that you can throw the ball deep now,
right.
Fantastic. You got speed demons. Great team. Now,
they started dropping off a little bit last year.
They did.
I think people were figuring out
they did
their stuff.
Because
do you think
you can
Kareem
play
Hunt's
tight.
going to do solid this year?
Absolutely. Because Alex Smith can't throw deep.
Right.
You got a receiver who's meant to go deep. Hill is literally run a fade route, throw me the ball, I'm going to do the work.
Right. You got Watkins running the other route. And Kels.
You can spread the field, right? You start stacking the box because the dude's not throwing more than 15 yards. Guess what? You just play close to the line. You don't have to worry about deep. You can have a safety 20 yards back. You don't have to worry. You're chilling.
Right.
I think that the ability to throw deep changes everything because then you got to give Tyree Hill space, right? And him, he just spaces the field so nicely.
Right. And Watkins isn't consistent, but you still got to guard him. Yeah, you still got to guard him.
He has potential.
Yeah. Right.
Next team, Chargers, right?
Okay.
Every single year, the Chargers, I think, are overrated.
Right.
Now they're extremely good team though. I will not discredit that, right? You got an extremely talented team, and they have members of it. Now I think they can make the playoff push really easily.
Oh, easily.
I do.
Phillip Rivers.
I do.
Okay.
I think the AFC West can send 3 teams to the playoffs this year.
Okay.
Absolutely, I believe that.
Mm-hmm. And you think they're one of the teams?
I think they're one of the teams.
All right.
So you lose your starting quarterback or corner, which is huge.
Mm-hmm.
You lost your starting tight end, which that sucks. But Antonio Gates comes back.
Right.
Great. Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon, they're stars, assuming they stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You have a great defense as it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the projection that I was seeing was a lot of
Eckler.
Well, Eckler, no.
I love him.
No. A lot of sites were saying that the Chargers
He
would
could be like McCaffrey if he got some
13-3.
play. Okay.
13-3.
Okay.
That's overkill.
Okay.
I saw that the last couple of years, 13-3, 13-3.
Right.
Will they play 13-3? Absolutely not.
Right.
You're playing the Broncos twice, you're playing KC twice. They are going to split wins.
They're playing the Raiders twice.
It's the Raiders, bro. They're rebuilding.
Oh. All right.
You're going to split games. This division is literally going to tear each other apart.
Uh-huh.
Right? Final team, Oakland Raiders. You got new coach Gruden. People think he's a savior.
Cooper making his bounce back season.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, you drafted him too.
Hopefully. You give
This isn't just a thing of the AFC West. This is like an outline of Magic Mike's fantasy team.
Yeah, I don't have any Denver Broncos on my team. I don't have any KC players. I got Melvin Gordon. I like him.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon.
I like that.
You got Mahone.
I do have
So
Mahone.
do you have a KC player?
Okay, I take the back.
He's got Amari Cooper.
I do have Amari Cooper.
All right.
We'll talk about the teams later.
We'll talk about that later. But that'll be a reoccurring thing.
You get a new coach in Gruden.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying him a large amount of money.
Best coach in football.
Now, when I wrote this up, Khalil Mack hadn't been traded. Khalil Mack is traded. That is huge. Your defense just got worse.
Right. Definitely, yeah.
Now, when a team trades a player and they want first-round draft picks in return, they want to rebuild.
Right.
That's what they're doing. They signed Gruden to a 10-year contract. They're in a rebuilding phase.
Okay.
That's where they're at. And, that's okay. You trade...
I think you're sleeping on Jordy Nelson.
But you got rid of him you got rid of Crabtree to get Jordy Nelson. Now, I like Jordy Nelson, but let's talk about it right now. Crabtree is a better receiver than Jordy Nelson is right now. Yes.
I think Crabtree's playmaking ability is great.
Prime Jordy versus prime Crabtree. Prime Jordy.
Right. If Jordy's healthy, I think paired with Amari Cooper, because Amari Cooper can make the crazy plays, and then Jordy Nelson can just take care of yeah, easy passes. Anyway, I have Jordy on my fantasy team, so I'm banking on him doing pretty good. So I may be a little partial.
So this one is a little interesting, stacking the teams. Now, I think Denver's a massive wild card.
Okay.
Now, in a good way. I believe they could probably go to the Super Bowl. If Keenum plays like he did with Vikings with that defense, in that division, that team, and the weapons he has around him, I think they can go to the Super Bowl. Right. I do. But to put in order,
they have a better team. He's got a better team around him now than he did last year with the Vikings. Would you go that far?
I think that's a reach.
Okay.
A little bit. So defensively, I would say Denver has a better defense.
Okay.
Right? I mean, you got Von Miller, who's arguably one of the best defensive players in the league, if not that.
Mm-hmm.
Chubb's is a huge upgrade.
Right.
I mean, one has... no, I take that back. Denver's definitely regressed in defense. They lost to Talib. Okay. They got Pac-Man Jones.
Okay.
He's a decent player. It's just Keenum, that quarterback play, that's all they were missing. They were a great team.
Right. Well, and the running back situation.
Yeah, they upgraded that. They upgraded their line.
Their offense is better than Vikings' offense last year. Demarius Thomas and Sanders better than Thielen and Diggs.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah. And Sutton as your third option is great.
And then Freeman as your...
And you got an All-American as a tight end who's finally going to play.
Right.
Huge.
Yeah.
So, KC, San Diego, Denver. I think this is
Denver finishing behind San Diego?
I think this is a toss-up. Now, I think this can go any ways. I think it could go Denver, KC, San Diego. I think it could go San Diego, Denver, KC.
You're not giving the Raiders
KC,
any love.
San Diego, Denver. But I do think the worst team in this division is the Raiders because the trades they made with Khalil Mack and how they're playing and signing Gruden to a 10-year deal, they are rebuilding.
Raiders are definitely in a weird situation.
They're rebuilding.
2 years ago, awesome. Obviously, they've made some changes since then. However...
Crap now.
I think there's still hope.
Hopefully
Beast Mode's got his legs under him now. And so that's Magic Mike. He's the football expert. I'm just going off. I would rank, if this was my rankings, I'd go Denver, KC, Oakland, And LA.
Okay.
Chargers. Not Rams.
So I feel like what we have to do now is I'll stick with my rankings.
Ooh.
You'll stick with your rankings, right?
Uh-huh.
And we'll see who finishes. And it's not, we won't say, Casey's 10-6, Denver's 8-8. We're going to go which team's in order. We'll see who's more correct.
Get in the comment section. Take sides, right? Cool. That's all we got for today, but subscribe and hit that little bell, right? Boom, the bell, because that'll notify you the next time that we do a video. And now that we've started the series, you're not gonna feel good about yourself if you don't complete what you started, right? So you better subscribe and hit that bell so that you can at least finish off the series. And then once that series is done, then you can unsubscribe and do the little bell thing afterwards. But until next episode, we will see you later.